White guy pretty like a girl, then he got 5 stories to tell. See both sides like a girl, see on both sides like a girl. Swimming laps, cool water, eating like I'm on.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Aries the Ram. If this is your first time seeing me, hi, my name is Deanna. Over here I speak the truth and I vlog my life and I do me. So today I'm going to talk about how I deal with loneliness, because we all loneliness some point in our lives, and I just feel like it's a very important video to make. So I have 11 like little solutions that I came up with. So yeah. All right, so when I say loneliness, I mean like you could even have friends, but you know, you may live alone and you just feel lonely sometimes because your friends are at work or they just have their own lives to deal with. Or you could be somebody that barely has any friends, or you could just literally not have any friends, family, whatever, and you just want to know how you can deal with loneliness a little bit better and not feel like you're alone. Feeling lonely is not the best feeling ever, especially when you're going through a lot of stuff mentally and you don't have anybody to cry on, really. So I thought this would be a very important video to make, so I have my notes. So the first solution I came up with is meditation. When I feel lonely, I meditate sometimes, or I just like close my eyes, you know, just go into my own mind and just try to entertain myself. By sometimes I like to just connect with source or God, and I ask questions, I talk to myself in the mirror, I assure myself, I just connect with source basically, and that actually helps me a lot, because one thing about talking to higher vibrational beings really just uplift your spirits and you just feel way better. It's actually kind of better than talking to a person sometimes too, because if you talk to a person, they may listen to you but they may not understand what you're saying. But once you talk to God, understands. I just feel like meditating and connecting with source is very healthy for you, and it will definitely take that loneliness away. Like, especially if you're somebody that can feel spirits around you, you will definitely not feel alone. Like, you'll be in a room and you'll be the only one in the room, but you don't feel alone, you know. So the second one is go outside. Nature, bro, I speak about this all the time in my other videos. Nature is really the best medicine for everything. That's where you can get your food, that's where you can get your medicine, that's where you can feed your soul, your mind, everything, your creativity. Nature is the holy grail for you. Anytime when you feel alone, just go outside. Like, just literally go outside and sit down. Like 5 minutes later, you're not even gonna feel alone anymore. You're gonna actually feel a lot better. Any stress that you have, it will start to float away, especially if you ground yourself, and you won't feel alone. And another really good thing that I found out that you can do that is very beneficial is hugging a tree. Like, I've done this many times. You hug a tree, it releases a lot of stress in your body, and after you just feel like you hugged a person but better, you know, because like trees themselves are alive, and sometimes when I look at trees, I just feel like they're looking back at me. I just go outside. All right, go outside. I entertain myself with my personality. All right, so whatever personality you have, entertain yourself with that. So if you just feel really alone, like you feel like you don't have nothing to do, you're bored, just feel like entertaining yourself is the best thing ever. Like my example is like I have a goofy personality. Like my character is very entertaining. So you know, like I would just, you know, randomly dance, randomly sing, make weird sounds, change my voice into a lower voice or a higher voice, or just sing. Like anything that you do when you're by yourself, do that. You know, entertain your own self. Act like you're on stage and sing or dance or dress up. Like anything that makes you happy and makes you feel less alone is very healthy for you. Think about the times that you used to be a child and how you entertained yourself. Like even with toys, like what did you used to do? You know, just go back to those times, and whenever you just feel alone, just literally be free. Just let go and just be yourself, because you're alone. Who else is gonna see you? Who else? I used to do, I talk to myself like I'm talking to a whole nother person. And no, you're not going crazy. No, this is not abnormal. Like, I am tired of society saying that if you speak to yourself, you're going crazy. No, it actually depends on what you're doing and what you're saying to determine if you're crazy or not. But if you're really entertaining yourself and just, you know, being yourself, that's not crazy at all. So that is another way that I entertain myself, how I feel less lonely, by just singing, dancing, randomly making sounds, listening to music, like anything that makes me feel good. And this is very healthy for your inner child. The fourth one is watch movies or interest in videos or entertainment. So this is just like watching TV, going on YouTube, watching your favorite YouTubers, or watching interesting videos like videos about space, or movies that you used to watch when you were a kid and it like bring back memories. Just go all out, you know. Just, that's what I do. I watch TV, movies, and while I'm watching these movies, I'll make my favorite snack or eat my favorite food. Just anything that makes you feel more relaxed, less lonely, and just more peaceful, you know, within yourself, and not feel so lonely, you know. Because I just feel like being alone is not always bad. There's times that we need to be alone so that we can build ourselves, so that we can grow spiritually, mentally, physically, anything. And honestly, bro, sometimes when you feel alone, if you're a good person, you're not alone. There's somebody with you. An angel, a spiritual guide, an animal guide, somebody's with you in the spirit. So if you ever just feel alone, just meditate, just go within. You're not gonna feel alone when you go within, that's for sure. I promise you that. Okay, the fifth one, I read sometimes. If I really feel lonely and I just feel like there's nothing else that can entertain me at the moment, I will pick up a book and read it. Any book that I really have around that I find interesting, I'll read it. I like to read romantic books and like mysterious books, and like anything that can really spark my interest, I read it. Even like with the world, that's how the world is going on right now. I am reading a book right now about how to plant your food. So like books like that, you know, like books that can help you in the future, I read. The sixth one is I play music. This is regular, like who doesn't listen to music, you know? So I listen to my favorite music. I sometimes listen to old music that is older than me, just anything that really makes me feel good. And when I'm really bored, I will literally listen to throwbacks, like music that I used to listen to when I was a kid, you know. It just brings memories back, and it makes you think, it makes you smile, and it makes you feel less lonely. I feel like music makes me feel less lonely because it's music. It's a vibration. Music makes you feel feelings that you can't even explain. Sometimes I listen to music and I'm just like, I just feel like I went into a whole nother dimension. The 7th one, I cry. Like, there's just sometimes that the emotions of feeling alone is just so unbearable sometimes that you just have to cry. That is a really good way to let go, and crying is healthy, and it's cleaning your eyeballs. Do you know when I have pretty eyeballs? All right. So yeah, like, crying is not abnormal. Please don't look at crying like it's a weakness. Look at it as a strength, because you are willing to feel those emotions and let it go. You know, you're not holding it in and you're not ignoring it. Feeling emotions is very healthy, and crying is very healthy. So cry, let it go, tell God what you're feeling, let that shit go, don't hold it in. And I guarantee you're gonna feel way better after, because there's no way you're gonna cry and not feel better. Crying releases a lot of stress in your body, and it feels good to cry, especially if you haven't cried for a long time. You know what I mean? So yeah. The 8th one is get creative. Sing, draw, do your makeup, get cute, do your hair, anything that makes you feel really good, anything that makes you feel creative. Sometimes I like to sing, especially if I go in the shower. I like to sing. When I like to draw. I've always liked drawing. So I would draw sometimes, and I will color sometimes, you know, because coloring is fun. It's releasing stress. Like, seeing colors in general boosts your serotonin in your brain. So being creative is very healthy. Whatever you want to do, like, you could even be building something, or I don't know, you could even be playing with Legos. Anything that really makes you feel like you're important, anything that makes you feel creative, like you can create something out of your soul, you know. That is the best way to really feel less lonely, because you can put your emotions into whatever you're doing. All right, the 9th one is learn new things and implement them in your life. That's what I do sometimes. So this goes back to reading. If I read something that I really like and it seems beneficial to my life, and it seems like it can make my life a lot better, I will try to implement that into my life and see how it works for me, see how it makes me feel. Yeah, it's just, and just like learning new things in general is very healthy for you, because we're human beings, we have brains, we are supposed to be learning new things every single day, or as often as we can. We shouldn't just be stuck onto one information and just go with that for a long time, you know. Like, we should keep trying to change things up, basically just keep trying to grow, you know. Just have to keep learning new things and keep trying to be a better version of yourself. So I didn't put this in, but learning to grow your skills. So this could be gifts, whatever God gave you that you can do naturally. So say you do hair, or you do makeup for a living, or you build things for a living, anything that you're very skillful at with your hands, practice on that, try to get better at it. You know, like, that's another way to really channel your loneliness in, so you don't feel so lonely, because your mind is somewhere else. You're creating, you're better in something. So that is another way to really channel your loneliness and not feel so lonely, by practicing on your skills. 10, I think. I literally just sit down and think, go into my brain, think, you know, think of new ideas, think of new ways to live life, think of new challenges that you can use to challenge yourself. Think about solutions to some problems that you may have, or just, I think of new things that may not have been thought about yet, you know, just thinking about how we got here, thinking about how there is a sky over us, thinking about the sun, the moon, just thinking about everything, on how things exist, you know, everything, you know. I just think random stuff, you know. And then the last one is, I think of videos to create. Sometimes I don't always have ideas in my head just like that. Sometimes I have to sit down and think about new videos that I want to make on my channel and create for you guys. And sometimes I have to meditate before. That is some little solutions on how I channel my loneliness, or how I like not feel so lonely. This is how I stay upbeat, you know. Just when you feel lonely, don't think about how lonely you feel, just go and try to do something else. Just because I feel like when we feel lonely, it's our ego trying to trick us that we're alone, which is never true. So just go do something. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up, subscribe down below, hit that post notification bell so you won't miss any more videos like this, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.